In this chapter, we will talk about license in more detail. I understand that we've already discussed it, like how we can find out which one is the license file and how to install it. But now we are going to know how we can back it up, means how we can copy the license file into our TFTP or USB drive, how to update the license, how to delete the license or uninstall it, and these things. First of all, when you get a device, obviously you need to have license. You need to speak with Cisco or the representative who has sold you this device. But in this Nexus, the special thing is that the license is allocated on the basis of uh, unique host ID. So you need to provide them the host ID, that this command show license host ID. This is unique. That license will only work with this device which has this unique host ID. If you copy that license into other chassis, it will not work. Alright, so that's the unique thing. You have to tell them the ID, they'll drop an email with the license file. It's a very small file. Second thing, how you will back up license file which is there in the boot flash. It is very simple. Copy boot flash, um, define the file name. If you know about the path, you can define it, or you can use question mark to find out the file. Right now there is no file because I have deleted those files. But anyways, if you know about the file or if it is there, you can simply give the path like ashish.lic and define the USB or USB 1 or 2 or TFTP and copy that license file. Now, second question is how to back up the license files which are active right now, means which have been installed and which are not there in your boot flash. Right now you can see that these many files are there in your system which are installed. These are the licenses, but you cannot copy it simply. Also, these files are not present in your boot flash. You can even see that boot flash actually show doesn't work. dir boot flash space include .lic. Let's see how many files we have. We have no file. So how to copy these files from system? Command is copy licenses, define the boot flash. Now define the name of the file. Okay, I'll make it as Ashish backup. Okay, but I cannot give it as .lic because it is not a single file, and even if it's a single file, I cannot give the extension as .lic, but I would have to use .tar. Okay, tar. Or if you think and you want to add the extension as .lic, you can do it. Then again use one more dot and use it in this fashion. It's your choice. You would see that there would be a tar file now. Let's find it out. dir boot flash .tar. Okay, this is the file which has been backed up. This is the size of the file. This is the time when it was backed up. So now I have got this file, and now I can easily move it to my USB or TFTP. Copy boot flash Ashish backup space TFTP. I can give the path of the TFTP, means the IP address of the server, and then file name, that is the destination file name, or I can use USB 1. I can give it as Ashish dot tar. Okay, it is not there because USB is not connected right now to this chassis. So I hope you understood about it, how you can copy the licenses which are already installed. Okay, you have to remember this thing. .tar should be the extension, which means backup. Okay, now let's assume that you had only one supervisor module and that is down. If that is down, it would mean that you need to order a new one or go for RMA with Cisco. You've got the RMA, now you need to install the license, it will not work. Okay, even if you have grace period, that would work only for one default VDC. Default means the by default chassis, but you cannot create multiple virtual device contexts. So let's fetch that file from USB first. This is the way you define the source. Let's say I have a file here in this USB named Ashish test.dar. I want to first of all bring it to boot flash with I'll name it as ashish.ar. It will not work because USB is not connected. Let's assume that somehow I have been able to copy that tar file into boot flash. Okay, now I need to use that tar file. What is the way out? I would have to extract that first. Command is tar space extract space boot flash and give the file name. This is the path. I am not defining sup active sup local because that I can do so, but since it will take the working sup, so that's the reason I don't have to define that sup in this boot flash. So you can see that I simply had to enter AS and then tab. It was able to show me the complete file name. So the file is present. I'm going to extract this file. Okay, and earlier you saw earlier we've seen that there was no .lic file. Now after extracting it, we will see a file. Let's verify before entering it. dir boot flash include .lic. It is a kind of zip file, WinZip. Right now there is no. Okay, let me. Okay, there is only one tar file, but not the lic file. Okay, let's run that extract tar extract boot flash Ashish. Hit enter. Okay, it is completed. Now let's see we are able to extract those license files. So this is the way to do conversion of license files into tar extension, then copy it into your external slot, and when you need it, you follow the same process but in other order, other way around. Now we've got the files here. We can simply install it. Install license MDS. Let's see what is the format. Okay, I would have to define boot flash. Actually, it takes in. It's very case sensitive. So MDS. I can define the file name. I would have to use all the file names now. Four files that I have. Okay, this is one of the file. If I hit enter, it will say it already exists. So you see, it is already exists. Similarly, you can install all the 4 files because you would need it. Else your connectivity will not work. So friends, we've learned about backing up the individual file as well as files from the system. This is very much critical for your business. Okay, never ever make mistake in that. Okay, next thing is how would you uninstall the license? Uninstall is very simple. If you want to uninstall something, clear license and define the clear license, define the file name. Don't do it right now. It will delete that license. Not delete, actually it will remove that from the system. You can even remove all these licenses right now. Okay, now you have one more question. What if Cisco, okay, what if your license file was supposed to be expired in 10 days time? Obviously you need a new license file. Okay, so what you will do? You will order a new one, right? If you will order a new one, then for the same kind of license it will not work. Okay, so in that case, better that you go for updated license file means you tell Cisco that this is my host ID. I already have this license, but it is going to expire in 10 days time. Please update this license file or send me a new license file with new expiry date. Okay, they will email you that license file. So instead of deleting and uninstalling and then installing, there is very simple way of updating the license. That command is update license question. See here, you have to specify the URL for the new license file. Okay, if let's assume that you have license file in USB 1, new license. Okay, USB 1, let's say your file name is newashish.lic. Now destination, which file you want to update. So if you want to update this file, simply specify its name like tbm, so it will update that file without disrupting your business or without causing any outage to your environment. So friends, we've learned many things and these are very critical. You must remember it. If by chance your system goes down or due to any catastrophic failure or power failure, or probably you had only one supervisor engine, so you may get into these kind of situations where there will be no point of return. Okay, and data center has been designed, actually these devices have been designed for data center where the uptime has to be 99.99%. If you even waste 10 minutes installing license, calling Cisco, requesting them to system, you will be ultimately giving great problem for your company. So better plan your these things. Okay, and one last thing I want to tell you, this license updation, deletion, whatever we did, that can only be performed from the default VDC. In case you don't know what VDC basically it basically does the logical partitioning of a complete chassis. By default, your switch will be single chassis. It will be part of default VDC. And if you create 3 more VDC, means you create virtually 3 switches and you will move some resources, ports. So those will become 3 different switches or 4 different switches. The main switch, that is this one, where from where you will operate every other switch, that is known as default VDC. So these things can be done only from the default VDC, and it can be done by only by that person which has this role as network admin. Network admin will be able to do all kind of changes. Okay, so you can see that this is the network admin. Someone has created a user, Tesca, whatever. So person with this capability will be able to do this do these changes, and this network admin profile is only available in the default VDC. It is not available in the other VDCs. From there you cannot manage it. From there it will be a different name. It will be known as VDC admin. You will have read write access, but you will not be able to affect other VDCs. So this is the profile. People do ask questions. In fact, Cisco interviews, you will appear, you'll find many more questions of such type. So friends, I hope that it's been informative to you, and I would like to thank you for viewing. Have a nice day.